This is Pixel Pro Audio's Unfiltered. Today we're going to discuss our reactions to the announcement by Audient for the new EVO and EVO, or EVO 4 and EVO 8 interfaces. This was announced at NAMM 2020. Leave a comment below as to what you guys think of this, because we got some opinions. I think we're going to have a little battle between Jay and David. So please, maybe I'll throw a couple punches in there. Subscribe and like to our channel to see more content like this. But guys, let's get into this. We were teased from Audient about a new chapter, a new product from them, and of course, we speculated all over the board, but they ended up dropping.
David got his hopes up that it was going to be his
unicorn.
Though.
I did too. I got my hopes up for a console with and
I was like, you guys are crazy.
But they said a new chapter, so we thought
this is a new. I think this is a new chapter. After learning about this interface, I think it is a new chapter.
I think it's still in the same chapter ballpark. I think it's.
Why am I in the middle?
Because you're the one who doesn't like it.
Tay doesn't either.
I was a little disappointed, but let's get into it.
I'll tell you why they're wrong.
Let's get into it and see why maybe this is a interesting product.
Okay, first of all, shut up. This is not for you or for you. It's not for me. No. Okay, this is for the very entry-level person who is maybe intimidated by all of the technology, and they want something that's super simple. And this thing is simple. It's got one knob on it, and it's got like 3 buttons.
Yeah. Real quick, one knob doesn't mean it's simple. Continue.
Okay, I agree. I do agree, but when a customer is looking at that looks simpler to them.
Okay.
It does.
Yeah.
And it's really not that complicated. The basic functionality of this unit is really simple. It's like a duet or an Apogee duet or something. Mm-hmm. You have your 2 buttons for the inputs. You press input 1, and then you're controlling the gain for input 1. Or the main feature of this, which we don't. It's not for us. Smart gain is not for us.
It's debatable.
Again,
look at his face.
When you're talking to an entry-level customer, you can say, "Oh, you push a button and it sets the gain for you," and that can be a good thing if you have somebody who's really intimidated by it, and all they have to do is push input 1 and push the round encoder button, and then it sets the gain for them.
Yeah.
That can be enough because you don't want to clip your converters, and if you don't know what you're doing, a lot of people do that.
I think before we go forward, it's not just for the entry-level person. This smart gain tech is for people that are going from environment 1 to environment 2 really quickly. They just want to plug and play. It's for gamers who want to just plug and get into it and not worry about adjusting volumes. Is that okay? Is that okay? They want to get into this quickly.
Right. If they don't know what the proper gain setting should be
in that situation, right?
And they might set it too low or they might set it too high. It can be good for that for somebody who doesn't know what they're doing.
So from our perspective, we want people to know what gain staging is and how to do it yourself manually. Mm-hmm. This kind of is new technology where it's doing it for you. So we sort of have a little fundamental issue with that. But
fundamental, man. Wow.
Yeah. But we also understand that that's not for us, but it could be useful for other people.
Okay. Yeah. So I think this is where you got hung up, and you got hung up is you looked at this and you said, okay, this isn't for me, and I'm just not interested in it. But when you look at it as just an interface, remove the smart gain from the equation. You don't have to use it.
Yeah.
Remove it from the equation. When you look at this is an affordable entry-level interface from Audient. This is cheaper than a Focusrite 2i2 with the same inputs and outputs.
With better specs.
And it comes in at $129 for the 4.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really good selling point. Now, the Focusrite is more expensive, and one of the main reasons for that is because it has a lot of software that comes with it.
Yeah.
And the Audient doesn't come with much, if anything. I think they comes with a little something, but not
should
much.
Look into that, yeah. But on that point, there are a lot of good free software recording programs.
And that's what they're saying. They're saying, do you want to pay $30 for the software you may or may not use, or do you want to have a $129 interface and save the $30?
That makes sense.
So it's a 2-in, 2-out interface at $129 from Audient. It's not the same quality level as the ID4, which is their cheapest previous interface, which was $199. So it's not even worth comparing, in my opinion, really.
So that's kind of where I have an issue is Audient was the only brand that had the same preamp in every single piece of gear they had.
Right, and everybody likes that preamp.
Right, it's their console preamps. They're great. Right. And this kind of breaks that chain. Well, it breaks that chain completely. And I don't know. I feel like we're getting a lot of flooding in the lower end market.
We just talked about SSL and their new interface, the 2.
But SSL isn't going for the super low end. I mean, they still have SSL preamps, and they're not seen as the low end.
So so is your problem with it? Do you think that it's harming the Audient reputation by doing this?
A little bit, yeah. And
Okay.
I would say the SSL is doing the same thing to SSL though too. It is good for what it is, but it's not going to be what an SSL console preamp is.
right, and another thing with that is the converters are going to be obsolete in 10 years or so. You have to get a new one, but
That's $129. I mean, come on, that's like a pack of cigarettes. With the tax these days.
But I think SSL they're keeping true to their truer to their brand than Audient is in this situation. I think the look of it goes against anything Audient has ever done. I think it's ugly.
I think it's
sorry,
like,
Audient. I love you guys, but
He does. He truly. This is coming from a place of love.
yeah. I have an ID44. I was hoping for like a 12 or 16 channel console.
Here we go.
Yeah. So here we go.
Unicorn. He wanted his unicorn.
So a 12 or 16 channel console with DAW control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should. There was
Motorized
Focusrite
faders.
also said they had a high-end announcement about the ISO
Yeah.
line coming, and
Yeah.
you should have heard some of the things he thought was consoles and everything were coming down
So
the road.
part of this is just
It was
pure
an ISA
disappointment.
828.
Yeah. Part of this is pure disappointment of like.
It is. He's very
Not what
we
disappointed that it's
wanted.
not something for him.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people getting into consoles still. I mean, Neve is doing great. SSL is doing great with their consoles. They're still placing. Audience sells their consoles.
But you'll notice SSL is they're going for this market, and I think there's a reason for that.
That's true. Yeah.
And I think Audience doing the same thing here. This business model of let's get people in the door.
Yeah.
That we haven't had products available to that clientele, and then if we get them in, they can upgrade.
Sure. And I just wanted to say I also disagree with him on the look. Okay, it's not like super awesome, but it's not bad. It's very nondescript. It's a black. It's got a rubber coating on
like a
on
brick.
it. It's
Dark matte brick.
brick is probably like the most insulting way you could describe it.
I'm just saying the shape. It's the shape of a brick. All right.
It's like a brick.
And the
I
Evo
would
4
say
is a little smaller.
Of a couple ice cream sandwiches stacked on top of each other.
Okay.
Let's be
delicious.
tasty. But it has this rubberized coating, so it's not going to slide around the desk. That was intentional because it's portable, and
Right.
so they wanted you to be able to set it on something and have it not blow away in the wind.
Yeah.
Or slide off a desk. I don't know.
The ID line is pretty beefy, and
We all have Audient interfaces.
My-
we should say that. We
do. I love it.
Our main hub is an ID44, so we love our Audient
my
interfaces.
cat has been all over that thing, and it has never moved.
I know. I have my hand all over it all the time. If I did that with the rubber coating, I think I'd have problems. But I
that's
can't
true.
stop touching it.
The Evo is at $129. We don't have a price for you for the 8 because I think it's not out yet.
Yeah, that's coming later.
And they say early 2020 for this. So the Evo 4 is going to be.
I think it's going to be a big hit. I think there's going to be a lot of people who are excited about it and are going to like it. And I am excited for it because it's something we can recommend to a customer. It's a nice entry level interface.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Okay.
I hope it does well, just because I really like Audient and I want them to succeed.
And then you want
But
them.
man, am I disappointed.
Let us know if you are disappointed or if you're super excited about the Evo 4 and Evo 8. We really want to know because we're super Audient fans.
I'm right.
And
Are we in the same boat, or are you with Jay?
Yeah, come on, vote below.
Give us a thumbs up for my opinion.
Oh, we can
please.
make a vote. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Can we do a vote?
Yeah.
Let's
we
do a
can
vote.
Poll. Yeah.
The poll will appear right now. While you're doing that or after, doesn't matter. Go over to a website. There's a link below. Sign up for our giveaways. Q1, Q1, we're giving away the Aston Origin.
The awesome Aston Origin. It's a great microphone.
And if you sign up for the newsletter, you'll be eligible for that and every other giveaway we do in the future. So please do that.
Every single one.
Thanks for watching. Go
perpetuity.
check out NAMM 2020 News. And we'll see you on the drum next time.
How much more can we interrupt him?